Instagrid ONE is a battery-based portable power supply that was designed to replace traditional generators wherever possible. It can be used to run any kind of 230-volt device, from demanding tools in construction like welders, core drills, or cut-off saws to power-hungry lighting equipment and more during events or film productions. It has a sturdy frame which allows one-handed transportation and protects it from external effects. In case of any deformation, the frame can be swapped without the need to send the product in for service. How to use Instagrid ONE. Turn the rotary switch to the discharge position. The LEDs will light up in green and indicate the state of charge. Each LED segment represents 12.5% of charge. Make sure to always turn the unit on before plugging in a device. Connect a device to the output socket in the middle or to the Nutric output socket at the bottom right. During operation, the LED segments will fade from bright to dark, one after the other. The LED at the far left will only stay fully bright or start blinking in case of low charge. When you don't need to use the unit anymore, unplug the device and put your Instagrid ONE into transport mode. How to charge Instagrid ONE. Turn the rotary switch to the charge position in the middle. In this mode, the output socket is turned off, and the unit can only use incoming power to charge the battery modules inside. Connect the cable to the charging input and the mains power. The unit will take up to 3 hours to fully recharge and indicate the state of charge by pulsing LED segments. Instagrid ONE requires an AC current with a power of 4 ampere and an input voltage between 120 and 240 volts for charging. It is not possible to charge and discharge the device at the same time. The Instagrid ONE LED patterns and colors. There are different possible LED patterns depending on the active mode of the unit. Charging mode. A pulsing green animation from left to right indicates charging. A yellow light indicates bad power input quality. Check the used power source and make sure it fulfills the requirements. A red light indicates that the temperature is outside of the allowed range of 0 degrees Celsius to plus 45 degrees Celsius. In this case, disconnect the cables and turn the unit off. Bring it to a place with suitable temperature and restart the charging process once the unit cooled down or warmed up. Discharging mode. A solid green color shows the state of charge. During use, LED segments gradually turn off, showing a declining charge. A blinking yellow color signals a temperature issue. If the unit heats up during use and exceeds 60 degrees Celsius significantly, it turns off and shows a blinking yellow light. Instagrid ONE also shows a blinking yellow light and stays off when its temperature is above 60 degrees Celsius at the moment when you try to turn it on. Turn the unit off and reduce the load or move the unit to a suitable temperature environment to reset the alarm. A static yellow light indicates an output overload caused by the consumer. Unplug the consumer, turn the unit off for 60 seconds, and turn it on again. If this scenario happens repeatedly, please reduce the load or check the consumer for damages. If the unit shows yellow or red light repeatedly when you try to turn it on, or during use, please contact Instagrid support via email under support@instagrid.co. Transport of Instagrid ONE. In general, we recommend putting the unit into transport mode before transportation. Transport mode separates the internal battery modules into individual units with less than 100 watt-hours each. Doing this is a recommendation, not a requirement. Depending on how you transport the unit, different regulations may apply. These rules define the required state of the device during transport, any mandatory markings or labels, limits on the number of units that can be transported, and whether charging or discharging is allowed during transport. For complete and legally binding information, please refer to our official transportation document. You can request this document from the Instagrid support team.